Hi everybody, you're very welcome to another reformer class. Today we'll be using the box for most of the class. Have your box ready to add in. We're going to start off with some footwork, nice and heavy. I'm going to go for 3 heavy springs. Feel free to alter that to suit yourself. And when you're ready, you can join me on your reformer. Laying down onto your reformer when you're ready. We're going to start with our heels on the bar. Press out once and hold it out. If you need to change your resistance, please do. Tailbone heavy, lower ribs heavy. Trail of ants is able to crawl underneath your back. Use your lower abs to push your lower back into the carriage, squishing those ants. Then you release to take your back off the ants again. So we're just feeling a little imprint. So imprint and release. Imprint and release. And while you do that, you're pressing evenly through both heels. The middle of your back is heavy. To stop the shoulder rests from shoving so much, you need to push more into your feet. Use the abs, use the pelvis. We're going to commit to that neutral pelvis position. Tailbone heavy, lower ribs heavy. Trail of ants can crawl freely without getting squished. That can vary depending on how thick this fabric part of your carriage is. So it's just to make sure that the lower ribs line up with the hip bone. From there, draw your armpits down the sides of the body. Take a breath into the back of the ribs and the sides of the ribs. Exhale, knit your ribs together. Do that again while pushing into your feet. Breathe in and out. Find the back of your pelvic floor very gently, like you're holding in wind. Less is more. Front of the pelvic floor, very gently, like you're holding in a drop of pee. Less is more. Find the back and the front of the pelvic floor and let them go. Lifting the pelvic floor and let it go. It's like an elevator is lifting from your pelvic floor behind your belly button and then let it go again. Imagine jeans are just out of the dryer. You're scooping underneath the belly button to get into those jeans and then let it go. Take a breath in. Exhale, find your pelvic floor. Scoop and trace up along your spine and knit your ribs together. Breathe in. Exhale, pelvic floor. Scoop up along your spine and knit your ribs in and down. As much as you can, we incorporate that into the class. Every time the mind wanders, you invite it back, really, really mindful. Inhale back inside of the ribs as you bend your knees. Exhale as you press out. Pelvic floor, scoop and knit your ribs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway, pull the toes up, the front of the feet are working. Little pulses, pulse and pulse. 10, 9, 3, 2, 1. Press the whole way out and come all of the way back in. Moving to the arches of the feet, the middle of the foot. If it's too tender, go back to your heels. Exhale, press out, scoop, and inhale to come back in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway, solid with the ankles, solid with the pelvis, little pulses. 10, 9, 3, 2, 1. Press the whole way out, then come all the way back in. Moving to the toes, the balls of the feet, high half toe position. So you lift the heels up like you're wearing high heels. All 10 toes are on the bar, but especially the big toe area of each foot. Exhale to press out, you keep the high heels on, and inhale to glide back in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway, heels are lifted, pelvis is solid, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the whole way out. come all the way back in. You can really feel those heavy springs. So come away from the shoulder rests if ever you feel jammed up into the shoulder rests. Let's press the whole way out, and you're going to hold it here. Flatten your feet. We're going to hold the carriage as still as we can, and you're just going to walk up and down the feet. A nice massage to the bottom of the feet. If you've gone for the heavier springs, this can feel really, really nice. Just depends on how tender your feet feel. Anywhere you feel that you want to work a little bit more, kind of roll around that area of your foot you can. Try and keep the carriage as still as possible and press into these different lovely pressure points in the feet. Walking up, feeling those different areas on the feet, massaging them out, and then walking back down. We'll make our way back to those toes, balls of the feet. You're going to go a little bit wider with the toes and bring your heels together so it looks like a V shape when you look down, and you're even on the bar, so same amount of space either side of your feet. Let's inhale to come back in, squeeze your heels together, and exhale to press out. Keep the heels together. 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, and 1. Press the heels under even though you're in your V shape. Think of the big toes and push away into high heels. Heels together and push under. Then press up into high heels. The heels might separate at the top. Push away underneath the bar. Then lift into your high heels. It's just that we're external with the hips. Push the heels under and then lift. Just a little stretch once more. Bend your knees and come back in. Whew, I'm really feeling those heavy springs. So now our heels are on the bar. We're going to bring our toes together and the heels a bit further apart. Your feet are really going to feel tired now, like they're working. Exhale and inhale. Keeping the toes together. 3 more, 2, and 1, and come back in. The front of the feet should feel exhausted, so just relax that out, and maybe you want to bring your knees from side to side. That can be at the same time or at different times. Just relax that out of the ankles, the knees, and the hips. And then when you're ready, we're going to come forward. A yellow spring is going to be harder, a green spring is going to be easier, so you can choose one or the other. I have a green on now and I'm tempted, but I'll go for the yellow. The lighter spring is harder for this. We're going to take our short box position onto the carriage. Short box up into the shoulder rests, so against them rather than over them. Depending on your reformer, you may need to lower your foot bar. You don't have to, it just depends on how much space you have. We're going to bring one knee onto the carriage, the other foot is on the non-moving platform. I have grippy socks on, so you may put a non-slip mat there if you need to. We're coming onto the elbow. You could go high up on the arm if you wanted. Opposite arm up to the ceiling, and let's press out, see how that feels, and then come back in. The light spring is lovely to start these, but it's harder when we go into our deeper oblique work. So exhale and inhale. This is your option 1, and feel free to adjust this arm to where it's comfortable. Exhale and inhale. Let's warm up with 5 of these. 4, 3, 2, 1. So see how it feels to press out, switch on your core and lift the knee. Lower the knee down and come back in. Exhale and lift the knee. Inhale, lower down and come back in. 3 more. Oh, they're hard. 2 more. Once more, as graceful as you can, more graceful than my last rep there. And then when you're ready, both feet onto the non-moving platform. You can have that leg that was on the carriage behind the foot that was originally there. You can turn your feet a little if you need. We're going to inhale to bend the knees to come in, and exhale to press out. Really squeeze your bum and your inner thighs, draw the shoulders down. 8, 7, 6, 5, oh my gosh, they're tough. 4, do less if you like. Inhale and exhale. 3, inhale and exhale. 2, last one, inhale and exhale. Lower the hand down to help you, and you can come back in nice and gently. We're going to do all of that on the second side. So one foot on the non-moving platform, the other knee is bent on the carriage, arm up to the ceiling. We exhale to press out, get used to the weight, and inhale. 5, 4, shoulders away from the ears. 3, armpits down the sides of the body. 2, if you need to look down because that suits your neck, you can. Let's do one more. Now when you're ready, we press out, we exhale across 2 moves. So you press, lift the bottom knee up to the top knee, lower the knee down and come back in. We exhale 1 and 2, inhale 3 and 4. Exhale 1 and 2, inhale 3 and 4. Exhale 1, 2, inhale 3, 4. 2 more. Once more. Then, when you're ready, the bottom leg is going to go behind that leg that was on the platform. We inhale to bend both knees and exhale to press out. We inhale to bend both knees and exhale to press out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg down, lower the hand down to help you, and you can slowly come back in. Whew, they're so hard. So I'm going to swap to 1 green spring. So I'm taking the yellow off. For me, that's enough. Feel free, if you have big bulky arms and you're super strong, feel free to go for the red, but for me, the green is more than enough. And I'm going to come to seated on the box. Taking the short loops from the pegs behind your shoulder blocks. Sitting up nice and tall, feet and knees are together. Find your pelvic floor, scoop your belly, knit your ribs. It's going to take you out of any back bend and give you that feedback. Elbows in by the sides. Exhale forward. Inhale, elbows back in by your sides, palms facing up like you're offering a platter of food forwards. Just come back to elbows by the sides. So we inhale, prepare, exhale, scoop the belly, knit the ribs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go bigger. Press it forward, keep your spine steady, but then let the elbows go behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to press it forward, open the arms out, bring the hands back together and come back in, elbows go behind you, stretching the chest, but without a back bend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, 1 and 2. Really get into that breath. Inhale, 3 and 4. Exhale, move 1 and 2. Inhale, 3 and 4. Once more, they're so tough. And perfect. Ooh, and we can hang those straps up. I'm going to stay on the green spring, but again, if you want it harder for the legs, feel free to go up to a red. So I'm on a medium, feel free to go to a heavy. I'm going to take my box off the carriage and place it on the floor right beside the reformer. So I kind of have it lined up with where the springs attach, but the further down the reformer it is, the heavier the resistance gets. So it's up to you to play around with that. You can have the foot bar the whole way down, or if you feel a little bit safer, sometimes people like to have it kind of in line with your non-moving platform, just for mental security. I'm facing you. My right foot is on the box. My left foot is up against the shoulder rest. You may be the other way around, so interchange your rights and your lefts, of course. We're going to stretch out the leg that's against the shoulder rest and bend the knee that's on the box. As we come back in, the bent knee straightens. So that's our first exercise. Arms out in front or on the hips. Exhale and inhale. 8, exhale and inhale. 7, try hinging forward slightly and using your abs, and inhale. 6, it's like you're sitting your bum back onto a chair, and inhale. 5, scoop through the center even though the legs are getting wider. Feel that feedback. 4, that's tough. 3, maybe the knee bends more or less, and inhale. 2, if I ever get these counts right. Last one, exhale and inhale. Relax your shoulders, hinge slightly forward, bend the knee and press out. We're going to keep this knee bent. The side of your foot may go up against the shoulder rest, or it can stay wherever your ankle is comfortable. We're just going to bend and straighten the leg that's against your shoulder block. 8, 7, use your abs. 6, 5, neck is long and relaxed. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's add a rotation to both moves. Bend the front knee, stretch out the leg that's against your shoulder block, and at the same time, we're going to rotate the body towards the wall or the mirror, whatever is in front of you. As you come back in, we're going to stand up and rotate back to the center. Exhale, bend the knee, press the carriage. Inhale, come back up, take some coordination. And only if that suits your knees, or you can go back. You could also turn the foot out slightly if you needed. Exhale and inhale. So we have 3 done. 4, still try that little lean and that core work. 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to stay here. Bend and straighten with that back leg. Stay in the rotation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank goodness. Come all the way back into unravel. We're going to stay on this side of the reformer, but we're going to swap our feet over to start with. So I'm bringing my left foot onto the box in line with the attachments of my springs. My right foot goes back up against the shoulder rest. Hands on the hips to start. Then you can choose to add the arms in or not. Further back this foot goes, the heavier that weight feels behind. So you can decide. Let's hinge forward. Front knee is bent, back leg is long. You press out, and as you come in, straighten the front leg just as much as you can, as you're comfortable with. And if you want, the arms can reach while you press back, then they can come by your sides when you come back in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee, reach the arms out in front. Just move the back knee. Front knee stays bent. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. and come back in. Oh my gosh, we're gonna swap the feet around for a curtsy lunge. Your hips may turn slightly at a diagonal, that's okay. Bringing our left leg back up against the shoulder rest, bending into the right knee. Arms or no arms, it's up to you. We press it back, bending into the right knee, and then straighten to come back in. And maybe we're at a slight diagonal. Woo, I've got the wobbles here. Exhale. Good, I've got it back again. And inhale, find that stability. 8 and 7. 6, I have started to sweat. 5, exhale and inhale. 4, use your core and inhale. 3, 2, and 1. Bend the front knee, hinge forward, just move the back leg. 8, bend and stretch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up to standing. Don't give up just because we're coming out of the move. Still using your core and your stability. Lean your way forward and slowly come out of it. We're going to do all of that on the other side. So you can take a moment to transfer the box around to the other side. One leg always feels funny when we make our way around. It's our glorious Irish weather. It's just rain, 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 rain out there. So, second side. You have one foot on the box, the other foot is up against the shoulder block. We're hinging slightly forward, arms are out in front. We're going to start with our knee straightening and then bending, pushing out the shoulder block. So we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, relax the shoulders, get into your core work. 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to stay bent into this supporting leg and just move the leg against the headrest. 8, 7, sit back onto a chair. 6, use your abs with every exhale. 5, 4, reinforce the core work. 3, 2, lean into it, and 1. We're going to add that rotation on. As you bend the knee, we rotate towards the mirror or towards your wall. Inhale to come back in. 8, 7, instead of a back bend, I'm forward. 6, 5, option to leave that rotation out if you like. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to bend the knee, rotate, and just move that back leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, shoulders are relaxed. 2, and 1. Oh, unraveling, coming all of the way back in. Right foot onto the box, left foot up against the shoulder rest, or just swapping the foot that was on the shoulder rest if you're the other way around. Arms in front while you press out, bend the front knee, then we straighten the front leg. 8, 7, use your core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the front knee and stay there. Just bend and straighten the back leg. It's not a heavy weight, it's more about the supporting leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, come all the way back in. Going to swap our legs around for a curtsy lunge. Swap the legs, The hips could be at a slight diagonal instead of having to face forward. Same exercises. Exhale to press out, inhale to straighten the front leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, use your core, these are as big as you like. 3, 2, and 1, bend the front knee, lean into that, just move the back leg. 8, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. And control yourself, layering out of the move again. Let's go long box position. Place your long box onto the carriage. Take your foot bar all the way back up. We're lying down onto our long box with your one green spring centered on the box, thumbs with your fingers, elbows down, neck lined up through your spine. Lift the legs a little bit higher, scoop through your core, knit your ribs. Inhale, we let that go to extend the back. Exhale, lower out of it, scoop your belly button off a thumbtack. Inhale, there's no thumbtack there anymore. And exhale, return the thumbtack. Let's just do 5 more. Perfect, and you can come back in. It's just nice for our spine to feel extensions to balance out our class. Let's take the long box off. We're going to put a red on with that green or a heavy on with the medium. You can go heavier if you like. Otherwise, I'm just going to cool down with feet in straps, leg circles, just ease it all out. So for me, 1 heavy, 1 medium. Press out 1 foot into the long loop. Press into the long loop. Second foot into the long loop. Tailbone heavy, lower ribs heavy. Lengthen your legs, maintaining neutral imprint. If that's all that's achievable at the moment, that's okay. You're going to push the straps straight down. Inhale to circle around and up. You choose how big, maintaining the pelvis on the carriage so it's not your long spine. Inhale and exhale. 4, 3, nice deep stretch. 2, 1, reverse the direction. Inhale up, exhale down and around. 5, 4, 'When you're ready, you can bend your knees, press into 1 loop, take the foot off the other loop, reach for the foot bar, press into the foot bar, release the second loop, hang the loops up, and we are done. You can come off the carriage when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me for that class. I hope you loved it. If you would like longer classes, shorter classes, different styles, please leave requests. I'd love to design classes around your requests. See you on our next class. Thank you again.